Hello students, yesterday we have discussed instantaneous velocity, average velocity, speed, position, time graphs we have discussed. Yesterday I have discussed when a body is having non-uniform motion, the graph is a curve. So when graph is a curve, how will you find average velocity and instantaneous velocity? Okay, average velocity is given by the slope of the chord drawn to the curve. Slope of the chord gives the average velocity, and instantaneous velocity is given by the slope of the tangent drawn at a particular point here. Okay, these things yesterday we have discussed. Okay, so remember this point: slope of the chord gives average velocity, and tangent, slope of this tangent gives instantaneous velocity. Now we will discuss acceleration. So what is acceleration? See here, acceleration is the time rate of change of velocity. Okay, means yesterday last class, you lower class you might have studied rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. See, acceleration is change in velocity upon time. Okay, so change in velocity, what is the change in velocity? v2 minus v1 upon time. This is the formula. Okay, so rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Now we want average acceleration. Suppose a body is having a velocity v1 at a time t1 at point p. As it moves further, its velocity is v2 at a time t2. When it reaches the point q, its velocity is v2, time is t2. Then what is average acceleration? Average acceleration is, it is a ratio of change in velocity to the change in time. So change in velocity is v2 minus v1, change in time is t2 minus t1. So therefore this is called delta v by delta t. Average velocity is indicated by a bar. I want instantaneous acceleration. So to get instantaneous acceleration, we take limit delta t tends to 0, delta v by delta t. Yesterday I said limit delta t tends to 0 means, okay, time is not equal to 0. Time is made small and small. When time becomes small and small, we get a velocity at that particular instant. That is why we are taking. So mathematically, this converts into dv by dt. So therefore acceleration is dv by dt. See, yesterday I said differentiation. What is the dv by dt means? Dv by dt means differentiation of velocity with respect to time. What is d? D means differentiation of velocity with respect to time. What is the meaning of differentiation? Differentiation means rate of change of. Remember, the meaning of differentiation is rate of change of. Okay, this rate of change is with respect to what it is? Here it is time. So the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called acceleration. Acceleration is a vector quantity. That's why we write here vector A is equal to vector dv by dt. This anyhow we will come to know in the next chapter. So we have acceleration, average by acceleration, and also we are having the instantaneous acceleration. Okay, so this acceleration is uniform acceleration and also non-uniform acceleration. So what is a uniform acceleration? See, acceleration is said to be uniform, okay, only if velocity changes at regular intervals here. Okay, means equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. Okay, then it is called uniform acceleration. Acceleration means change in velocity. What is acceleration? Change in velocity with respect to time. Acceleration is change in velocity with respect to time. Uniform acceleration means, okay, change in velocity must take place at regular intervals in equal amounts. So equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. This is called uniform acceleration. Okay, we have non-uniform acceleration. So what is a non-uniform acceleration? In non-uniform acceleration, okay, we take unequal changes in velocity, okay, in equal intervals of time. Remember, unequal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. This is known as non-uniform acceleration. Okay, so now we discuss some velocity time graphs. Okay, we have first we discuss some more position time graphs. Yesterday I already taught position time graphs. Okay, so we will discuss some more position time graphs here. Okay, see, suppose you are having a position time graph like this here. Okay, so what's the meaning here? Body at rest. Okay, this one, suppose position time graph is like this. Time is here. See, time is not changing, but position is changing. See here, 2 meter, 4 meter, 6 meter, 8 meter, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, position is increasing but time is not increasing. So is it possible? So practically not possible. Okay, that you have to remember, practically not possible. Okay, because time is not changing. Without changing the time, how it is possible? So next one, see, if position time graph is like a straight line, what we call this one? It is uniform velocity. Remember this one. Okay, this one is time. If position time graph is a straight line passing through the origin, then it is called uniform velocity. Position time graph is parallel to the position, which is not possible. Position time graph is parallel to x-axis, means time axis, then it is body is at rest. You have to remember all these things here. Okay, next, if position time graph is a curve but in the upward direction here, like this here. Okay, this is time. So what we can say here? See, v is increasing. V is increasing here. Okay, so here theta is positive. This angle, it is going on increasing. Theta is increasing. So if theta is increasing, means slope is increasing. So we can say here body has acceleration because velocity is increasing. So we can say velocity is increasing. When velocity is increasing, means velocity is changing. Velocity is changing with respect to time. Body has acceleration. Okay, now next one is we have some more graphs are there related to this only. See, in this position time graph, okay, it is like this. This is x and this one is t. Position time graph is like this here. See, in this velocity is decreasing. Velocity is decreasing here. So in this case, what velocity is decreasing, therefore we can say acceleration is negative. See, in the previous case, velocity is increasing. Here velocity is increasing. I said it has acceleration, so therefore acceleration is here positive. Okay, so remember this one. In this next, if position time graph is like this here, this is x and this one is t. Graph is coming in the downward direction, means what does that mean here? This theta is more than 90. Okay, velocity is constant. Remember here, body is position is slowly decreasing. Here at regular intervals it is decreasing. So here therefore velocity is constant, but in this case it is negative here. Okay, so v will be constant but it will be negative. Okay, so these are some of the graphs. Okay, one more, if you like this, suppose it is like this here. This is x and this one is t. Okay, see, at one point, see, here is a time. At this time, here this is a position. At the same time, here is a position. See, it has two positions. Okay, at the same time, which is not possible. Remember this. Okay, body has two positions. See, at this time here is one position, at this time here is one position. So position, two position at same time, which is not possible. Remember this one here. Okay, so therefore here these are the types of different graphs. You have to remember this one. Okay, and suppose they have given any time, suppose position time graph is given. Okay, it is a straight line. Then what you have to do? You have to find slope. Okay, how to find the slope? Take any 2 points here. This is suppose A and this point is B. Okay, so find the slope of this straight line here. This angle is theta. Suppose this is C. Here they have given position time graph is a straight line. Okay, so is it possible to find the slope? Take any 2 points. Okay, and draw the lines like this here. Form a triangle, and slope is equal to y component upon x component. Okay, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. In lower classes you have studied this formula. Okay, slope formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is also called y component upon x component in simplest way. Okay, so y component is this, x component is this, so bc upon ac. Okay, so bc upon ac means x upon time, so this is equal to velocity. So point is this, slope of position time graph gives velocity. ये point आपको याद रखने का, slope of position time graph gives velocity. Okay, so from this this is equal to, slope is indicated by m and bc by ac is equal to tan theta. So therefore, okay, so the gradient of inclination, angle of inclination gives slope. So we can also say slope is velocity, velocity is equal to tan theta. Okay, means so if theta is given, what you do, substitute the value and tan of the tangent of that angle is called velocity. Okay, these are all used for MCQ purpose, that's why I have mentioned here. Okay, next, velocity time graph. We have velocity time graph. Previously what we have discussed, these are all position time graphs. I have discussed different position time graphs. Okay, so now velocity time graph. See, in velocity time graph, it is like this here. It is velocity we have taken on y-axis and time is here. So this is one type of graph. Next one, see, velocity time graph, it is like this, v and t. Next I will take a velocity time graph here, it is like this here. Okay, v and t. What do you say about this one here? Velocity is constant. Okay, is this correct? See here, body is having constant velocity. First one, velocity is constant, so acceleration is 0. Okay, because in this velocity is not changing, constant, time is increasing, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, see 1 2 3, and velocity here it may be 20 meter per second. So at after every 1 second velocity is same only, there is no change in velocity. Okay, now in the next graph, see, time is constant. Okay, and velocity is increasing, so time is not changing, so it is time not changing is not possible, so this is not possible, remember. Okay, how come it is possible? Okay, velocity is increasing and time is not changing, time is not constant, keep in mind, time always changes. Okay, next, in this case we have this velocity time graph is it is regularly increasing with respect to time. Velocity is increasing regularly with respect to time. Equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time, you can say it is uniform acceleration. Okay, velocity is increasing. Okay, velocity increasing, so it is called at regular intervals, that's a uniform acceleration here. Next one, if you draw another graph, it is a curve like this here, velocity time graph. Okay, time. Okay, so in this we can say here acceleration is increasing because velocity is increasing. So but this increase is not uniform here. Okay, here acceleration is increasing, but increase is not uniform. Here we can say theta is increasing, theta is increasing, this angle here theta is constant. Okay, so here theta is 90 in this case, do you agree? Okay, it is going vertically upward direction, this angle is 90. See, m is equal to tan 90, tan 90 is what? Okay, sin 90 by, you know this formula, upon cos 90, 1 upon this is 0, so infinity. Okay, we have in maths, this is based on maths here, so which is not possible. Okay, remember this one here. Okay, now so in this here theta we can find, see, I have just now said here m is equal to tan theta. Okay, so therefore velocity is equal to tan theta, just now here I have mentioned here, see, velocity is equal to tan theta. M is equal to tan theta means here what? Velocity is only, okay, can be found using the angle, we can find the velocity. So here theta is increasing, here theta is 90, here theta is constant, it is not no angle only, it is not making any angle here, in this case theta is equal to 0. These are different types of graphs. Okay, now we take suppose another one, it is like this here, velocity, and this is time graph is it is like this here. Okay, in this case this theta is how much? It is theta is greater than 90, so acceleration is negative because velocity is decreasing. Okay, if you see the graph, velocity is decreasing with respect to time. So velocity is decreasing, then it is called acceleration is negative. Negative acceleration is called deceleration. Okay, you have to remember this one here. Okay. Even if this velocity is in the downward direction, then also we can say acceleration is negative. Okay, and it is but a constant here. Acceleration is negative, but we can say it is a constant. Okay, means see, your graph is coming like this here. This is velocity and this one is time. Okay, it is like this here. Okay, so in this acceleration is negative because it is decreasing, velocity is decreasing. Okay, so acceleration is negative, since we say v is decreasing, velocity is decreasing, so acceleration is negative. Okay, and here initial velocity is 0. See here, this is initial velocity, this velocity is 0. Okay, so these are some of the graphs related to velocity time graphs. Okay, see, velocity is decreasing, so acceleration is negative here. Now we have some velocity uniform equations of motion. Equations of motion for uniform acceleration. Body is moving with uniform acceleration. Okay, see, I am taking, here is like this here, this is a velocity, I am taking here velocity, and this one is here time. Graph it starts like this here, velocity is starting here. This velocity I am calling initial velocity v0. Okay, after some time, okay, velocity, this velocity is v. Okay, now this is 0, you call this one is suppose a, this is b, this one is c, this is d. Okay, see, suppose, okay, a body starts, okay, with initial velocity, with certain initial velocity v0. See, body is starting with some initial velocity v0. Okay, and velocity is increasing. Okay, when it reaches this point, what is the time here? Up to here time is suppose t. When it reaches this point, time is t here. Okay, see, after a time t, okay, after a time t, after a time t, okay, velocity is v. So we have this one here. Now, so we have a body starts with initial velocity v0, and after a time t, its velocity is v here. Okay, therefore slope of the graph, find the slope of the graph. Slope of the graph, what does it give here? Slope of the graph gives acceleration. Remember this one, slope of the graph gives acceleration. Therefore acceleration is equal to slope. Slope is equal to y component upon x component. Remember, this is a formula from 10th maths. So a is equal to y component is bc, x component is ac. See here, this is y component, this much is y component, this is x component. Okay, so this a is equal to bc. How to get this bc? Bc is equal to, I will write here, bd minus cd, this total length minus this cd, upon this ac. AC is nothing but here OD. So this is equal to here so we substitute the values of BD, CD here. What is the value of this BD? BD is this total height. This total height is V. That is why V. And CD. CD means this much length is here V0. So V0 upon this OD is nothing but time T. So therefore we have A is equal to V minus V0 by T. Remember this formula. Okay. From this take a cross multiplication. See, AT is equal to V minus V0. This implies, okay, I will take this one here. So V0 equal to V plus, V is equal to V0 plus AT. This is the formula. I have taken this one this side. When it goes this side, it will become plus. So V0 plus AT. This is your first equation. Okay, so velocity time graph is given like this. This is a velocity time graph. Graph is like this. A body has initial velocity v0. final velocity v after a time t. So suppose a body starts with initial velocity v0 after a time t. So final velocity is here v. Slope of the graph gives acceleration. Remember, slope gives acceleration. Why? Because slope is equal to y component upon x component. Y component is velocity, x component is time. Velocity upon time is called acceleration. Okay, so I found a slope using this formula and I got v minus v0 by t. Take cross multiplication, you will get this first equation. This is velocity equations of motion. This is first case, equations of motion here, first case it is. Okay, now we have a second case, second formula. Okay, what is the distance traveled? Distance traveled in t seconds. Okay, we want to calculate distance traveled in t seconds. How to calculate distance traveled in t seconds here? See, distance traveled in t seconds is, okay, we have to use this graph. I'll do here. See here, distance traveled in t seconds. Okay, see, this is the graph. We have to use again this graph here. What is the distance traveled in the t seconds here? Distance is distance s equal to area of trapezium, or you can say area under the graph. Area under the graph. See, this graph is like this here. So area under the graph is OABD. See this graph, OABD. This is the area under the graph. Area under the graph is, okay, this area. This area is A. How it is looking? OABD here. So that is why this is a area of trapezium. Okay, we have area of trapezium. Okay, is given by half into sum of parallel sides. Area of trapezium formula, sum of parallel sides into distance between parallel sides. This is a formula. Okay, you have studied in 10th standard. Okay, this is equal to half sum of the parallel sides. Look at this figure. Parallel sides are OA. Okay, OA, these are parallel sides. Okay, and BD plus BD, and distance between them is OD. Remember, see, it is graph is like this here. O, A, B. Okay, this one is T. This is the graph. Okay, this is a trapezium. This OA is here, it is V0, and this is here V. So that is why we write here half. Okay, OA is V0, BD is V, OD is time. So we have written like this here. That is equal to half into, what we do? We have V0 plus, first equation is, what is the V? V0 plus AT. We have derived first equation. See here, we have, what is the V formula? V equal V0 plus AT. So I am writing in place of this V, write this formula. We have just now derived. Okay, we have written here. See, half into V0 plus V0, 2V0 plus AT into T. Now half into 2V0 into T. Half into this into T. Okay, this half. See here, this half is for this, half is for this also. AT, T into T, T square. 2 to cancel. V0T plus half AT square. So distance equal to this. This is another equation. This you might have studied in the lower class also. Okay, next velocity. Okay, after traveling a distance. After traveling a distance S. What is the velocity after traveling this much distance here? Okay, we have to calculate this also. See, we know distance S equal to area under the graph. This is we have previously written. So area under the graph is area of, it is trapezium. Okay, distance and area under the graph is area under the